and with me is Susan Stokes. She's currently in France, in Paris, and tonight we're going to show you the three-page money machine formula. And with this said, maybe Susan, you want to say something?
Well, just that this is a formula that we feel will be beneficial to everybody. It doesn't matter what product that they're trying to promote. It has been proven to work across a number of platforms. So we're going to introduce the basic three-page formula to you, and at a later stage that we'll add things on to this basic formula. So Toby's going to introduce that to us now. Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'm going to switch to the slides. Just a sec. Okay, Susan, can you see the slides?
I can't see them yet, but yes, I can now.
Okay, perfect. So, as we introduced before, this is the three-page money machine formula, and it's actually very simple but very powerful. So, just to introduce myself again, my name is Tobias Rotthaler, and this is me in the Bahamas, and I'm the founder of DuplicateYourSuccess.com, and we are going to show you what we learned at one of those events. This is me with Matt Lloyd, another picture with Mike Dillard. I met him and Susan as well. We met him in London at one of the events, and this is our mentor Shakir Hussain, and he also taught us the three-page money machine formula. He uses this on a regular basis every day. Obviously, he has some very high sophisticated sales funnels, but all are based on the three-page money machine formula. And this is the beauty of it, because it's very simple, but it can be scaled up to everything with upsells, downsells, and whatnot. So this is Susan Stokes. We met the first time in London about, Susan, was it a year ago, I guess?
Yes, more or less a year ago.
And it was at a mastermind event with Shakir Hussain. And since then we kept in touch, and we just met again at a mastermind in London a couple of weeks ago, and this is where we actually partnered up and said, okay, we're going to teach people the three-page money machine formula. So where are the next slides? Okay, here's some more pictures. This is on the left side. You see, this was the latest mastermind event with Shakir, and it was a very intense 3-day mastermind. And we, our brain was just like burning because we were taught so much from Shakir. And now we are in a 1-year mentorship program with him, and he just keeps on over delivering. So this is what we, in addition to the three-page money machine formula, where we can give you like knowledge we get access to via Shakir, and where we, the one or the other thing can teach you as well. So today we're going to show you the three-page money machine formula, and actually this picture you see is actually the most basic form of this formula, and it's actually what we're going to teach. It's very simple but very powerful. Please grab a pen and paper, turn off all your distractions, and pay very close attention, because we are going to show you something very powerful. Now this is, I think I got the slide wrong a little bit. Oh, sorry. So this is what could be, what's probably what you want to do is, do you want to spend more time with your family? Maybe you want to live the internet lifestyle, or you just want to make more money, whatever it is, you can decide. And this webinar will show you exactly how you can achieve it, because as Susan said before, you can use the three-page money machine formula for any product you are promoting, be it your own service or product, or be it someone else's, and you're promoting it as an affiliate, so you can use it anyway. So when people start in the beginning, most of the time, people tell them, make a list of friends and family, and then sell them like a business opportunity or so. The problem is that many people don't want to talk to their friends and family about their business, because most of them they get laughed at, or like they say, "Oh, you're not gonna make it," or is it another one of those scams or stuff. So people don't really get very successful with it, and I've been there as well. I tried it in the beginning, and it didn't work for me. So I guess the other thing, the other uh, tip what people tell them is to establish a social media presence. But the thing is, it's very hard to do it with many social medias. I mean, it's already hard for doing it with one thing, let's say with Facebook, and so it's most of the time it's not going to work for those people. So the biggest question Susan and I ask ourselves is, what is the biggest problem of internet marketers, and especially for newbies? And we both can relate to it because from our start, we had the same problems, we were facing the same hurdles, and I think it is, information overload. In the beginning, everyone comes into this internet marketing game, and everything kind of seems so easy because you know most of those courses they make it very easy or very simple, and then people start doing something, and they buy one course and then the next, and at some point they get so bombarded with information, so they don't know where actually to start or what to do. And I guess this is also not only for newbies but also for like for more seasoned internet marketers, if they don't concentrate on one thing, or if they maybe also follow like the wrong people, I would say. Do you agree with this, Susan?
Oh, absolutely. I think this is the biggest problem that people have. They are so keen to get on that they're attracted to different products, the shiny object syndrome, and they don't finish any one thing and end up buying a lot of things which they don't need, and where they could be using that money to better means, like for making more traffic, for example.
Yeah, definitely. And I think the other problem people also have, they have no directions, because you can go into internet marketing without ever having to ask anyone, and most people do it. They just go online and search for how to make money online. So they get distracted, as Susan just mentioned, they get distracted in so many directions, and they don't follow, or they don't have a clear path. And the other thing is as well, most of the people have no plan what they want to do. So is it, they start with maybe affiliate marketing, then they go to CPA, then they go to Amazon stuff, they do eBay stuff, and so it's very, very hard for them to really decide on, or to pick one and just go with it. And I think it was in the beginning hard for me as well, because I started with doing CPA, and obviously it's, even though it sounds very easy, it's very hard. And so in the beginning, when I didn't make a profit right away, I thought, okay, it's not going to work. I went to something else, and then bought this stuff and this, and it just kept on going. And I think the other thing is as well, if you don't find someone who mentors you, uh, it takes you a long time to really figure things out. Because if you find someone who is successful in one thing, you just ask him and do whatever they tell you to do, and then obviously you will be more successful than if you try to find it out for yourself. So what we thought is, what is the solution to information overload and no directions, no plan? And when we were at the event we just talked about with Shakir Hussain in London a couple of weeks ago, what stood out to us was the 3-page money machine formula, because it's very simple, very clear, and you can promote anything and everything. So it's not tied to a certain niche, it's not tied to a certain product. It's very, very simple. And this is actually the solution. So keep it simple, stupid. And many people, they just try to make it more complicated. And so people get confused and they don't really know what to do, because most of the stuff in online marketing is most of the time very simple if you just keep it to the basics and then just rinse and repeat if something works. So we thought we are going to teach you the 3-page money machine formula and like do it like step by step. I mean, this presentation now is only like an overview, so we're not going to do a workshop where we go into the details and how to technically set everything up. We just want to show you an overview how things work and how it should be done. So this is actually the overview. That's it, more or less. It got 3 pages, as the title says, and more or less that's it, isn't it? I mean, there's nothing more to do to say more or less to it, but obviously we want to explain it to you. So the first page is the opt-in page, and an opt-in page is obviously I think I described it here. An opt-in page is the page where people can put in their email, so you can follow up with them, because the biggest asset in your internet marketing you have is your list, and the list of emails of people who know, like, and trust you. So the goal of the squeeze page is to convince someone to give you their email address, because then you can follow up with them, you can build a relationship, and then obviously you can sell them stuff or promote stuff to them. Next page is a case study page, which means where you are going to showcase some success stories where people are using your product or your service. You can show some testimonials from people who were working with you or were using your product and what they achieved. Or what you could also do, you can just teach them something valuable, so they get to know you. And then if it's free, then they might say, okay, if the free stuff is so good, how good must be the stuff he charges for? So maybe they're more inclined and maybe even more curious to work with you or to buy some more products from you. And the next page, or the last page, then is your offer. So it could be either your service, or your product you're selling, whatever it is. This is where you present the product to them, and where people then can buy it, or they can just find out more about you. So the whole purpose of the 3-page money machine formula is to pre-sell the product and service and to warm up your prospects for your offer, so that they are not, because many people, they put up an ad and they direct link it to the offer, but people who click the ad, they might not be familiar with you or with the product, and then they might not be inclined to either buy the offer or give you the email address. But if they are familiar with you, if they like and trust you, they're more inclined to actually buy from you, because they see value in you or in your product. So the flow is from page 1, from the opt-in page to the case study, and then later on from this case study to the offer. So that's actually it. Susan, you want to add something?
Yeah, I just would like to add that when people first start out on a done-for-you system, and there are quite a few very good ones out there, then you send directly to page 3. And all you're doing is driving traffic, and you're sending it through to page 3. Now, wherever you're advertising, that page 3 is being used by a number of affiliates or partners in the program. And so people will get fed up of seeing that video after a time. Now, it's all very well if the product which you are promoting is changing their video on a regular basis. But if not, this 3-page formula is a way of differentiating you from the other people using that funnel, and also for you collecting your own leads. Now, when you first start off, you may not be bothered about collecting those leads, But in the long term for your business, you will need to have leads because you will develop a relationship with them, and you will be selling and offering them promotional items, a number of different products which may interest certain people on that list. So, for example, if you had a product which was selling dog training, you may want to then at some point sell them leads, leads as in leashes. You may want to sell them dog food, or you may want to send them collars. You know, so once you've got a market, a number of leads on your database, then you can then market to that database. But if you do not collect them to start with, then you're missing out long term. So when we have the opportunity of putting in place as soon as possible a 3-page approach, this allows you, one, to collect the data, the names and addresses, email addresses of people who are interested in that market. Page 2 allows you to differentiate yourself from everyone else out there, and that could be that you put a video of yourself on there, or a video cartoon and animation. It could be a number of things, as well as doing case studies and putting down testimonials from people. Now, the biggest thing that we find here on page 2, people say, well, we've just joined and we don't know anything about this product and we don't have any results, so we can't do this. Well, here on page 2, if you do an introductory video of yourself and you take case studies from the product that you are promoting and just copy and paste those onto that page, then those people are already known as people to give testimonies, and that will be fine. You know, nobody's asking you to give, in fact, we would definitely say don't give any false testimonies. You know, you have to remain honest, and I think that if you can get that information from the product you're promoting, then that will serve. At a later stage, if you want to add in to your results, that would be great. But at this moment in time, if you are just starting out and you don't have your own results, then this is another way of overcoming that. And by having the page 2 there, you are personalizing the funnel. People are seeing you, and they're not seeing just the company. And you can put in on here offers. You could say that you would help them in some way, that you would mentor them. There are a number of ways of adding to page 2. It's sort of like a mini sales page for you before it goes through to the company promotional page. So at this point, I think you're giving yourself an edge over the competition.
Yeah, definitely. I think also, I think the most important thing is what you said is that if you don't develop your own funnel, or like the opt-in pages and stuff, as you said, people already, they might click on your ad and they might see the first page of the company, and because they have already seen it so many times, no matter if they like it or not, they will click away, and they might not even give you a chance to go and check it out. So I think you said it right, that you have to promote stuff in a different way and to stand out from the crowd who's presenting it.
Yes, definitely.
So when I mean, this, as I said, this is the very basic funnel we are going to start off to teach you. But more or less afterward, it gets, as I said, it can be built up to even high sophisticated sales funnels. So with all the retargeting stuff and autoresponder and stuff. So this is stuff like our mentor Shakir Hussein is using it, and it gets very tricky at the end, but even more powerful then, obviously. So this is a case study, and it is one of Susan's sales funnels, and this is now a page you see only once, meaning it's only from no one else then besides Susan is promoting this all over the internet. So this is what she mentioned before, and I guess no one knows unless people know what Susan is, what Susan's product is or would. No one knows what she's actually going to promote or to show you. So this is something unique, and it's not that everyone says, "Oh, I've seen this so many times or so." So maybe Susan, you want to maybe go through your own funnel?
Yes, if you like. Like you've already mentioned, the opt-in page I've tried to make different from other opt-in pages. There is a small testimonial at the bottom of this page which we can't see, but it's a very simple opt-in page. It's not very pretty in many respects, but it does work. People are curious. We're not saying that they're going to be earning hundreds of thousands a month. This is a realistic value at 3,000, and they're only going to be working 1 or 2 hours a week. So it suits a lot of people to be earning that kind of revenue with only working a few hours. So yeah. I think this is why the opt-in rate on this is very good. Well, it's reasonably good. Or for solo ads, I'm getting about 40%. On some solo ads, it's been up to 47%, but generally speaking, it's around the 40% mark.
Yeah, that's a very high ratio, I would say. I mean, it's a very good ratio.
Yes, it's a good ratio. In fact, in some ways, too good. I'll come to that in a minute.
So, I mean, this is the so-called squeeze page or opt-in page. And there are numerous softwares out there where you can create those squeeze pages. So people who are who are watching this who are not familiar with those softwares, you don't have to code anything yourself or program anything. No HTML. It's just click and point. You put in your text. You can change the pictures, the colors, and so on. So it's very easy. And once people click on yes, I want the simple formula. This page pops up, and this is where you put in your email, and then this person who puts in your email gets on Susan's list, and then Susan can keep in touch with those people, can build a relationship, and then down the line sell stuff to them or promote stuff to them. Yes. So once they click the get instant access, they get this is the page 2. In this case, it's a testimonial, and I mean, this is on the top. It says it kind of repeats what was written on the squeeze page, and this is, I think, something very important because kind of you have to follow through. Because if, let's say, in the beginning on the squeeze page it says something like with $3,019 and $21, and then you come to the second page, to the case study page, and all of a sudden it says like earning 15,000 per month. Then all of a sudden they think there's a misconnection. There's something which doesn't follow through. So you should always, even let's say if you instead of the case study put on the page 2 the offer of the company directly, you should still kind of have congruency with the squeeze page and the next page.
Definitely.
Susan, anything you want to add there?
No, I just totally agree with what you're saying. And if you are looking for titles, you can often pick that up directly from the product. The product you're promoting will have their own, I don't know, a sales letter, and you can take the heading from the sales letter, for example, so that everything follows through. And that is actually quite key so that people can follow it. Otherwise, they get distracted, and then they come back and they find it's a different title and they think it's just a different page, so that you can use it. So it's very important to be consistent and congruent in your titles and in what you're saying, right the way through the funnel.
Yeah, because I had this sometimes. You click on an ad, and then a page appears, and you think like, did I click the wrong ad, or where does this page all of a sudden come from? Because then there's a disconnect, and then obviously you just click away because you thought, you clicked on, on the wrong link or so.
Yeah.
So in Susan's case, I think the next one is then just like the offer, and you are offering your services, your coaching, right?
Yes. Yes.
Perfect. I mean, in this case, it's a little bit more advanced already, because if you can see the text, people then should fill out an application form, which would be then more or less like a fourth page or something like this. This is a little bit more advanced, but let's say instead of Susan offering her coaching, it could be now like an affiliate product, or your own product, or as in Susan's case, the coaching. So people are pre-warmed now, and they got more or less an introduction with the testimonial. So the testimonial would probably say how working with Susan has increased either revenue, or maybe just gotten a breakthrough into the marketing, stuff like this. So people are already warmed up, and they might already know something about Susan. So they're more inclined to maybe fill out the application or get in touch with Susan to maybe inquire about the coaching.
Yes.
So what we will be offering, we will be helping you to set up your very own 3-page money machine formula from start to finish. I mean, as we said in the beginning, this can be done for any niche, or for any product, service, or whatever you're offering. It's the beauty of the thing, because it's very easy, very simple, but it's whatever it does, it works always the same, more or less, and technically it's always the same thing as well. So this is what we're offering. So if you are promoting something, you need it actually, because otherwise, as Susan explained before, you and 5 million other people are promoting the same page. But whereas if you put in place the 3-page money machine formula with your own pages in your own story, then obviously you have an advantage over everyone else who is promoting only the same company page. And it's easy also for newbies, because it's nothing complicated. It's very easy. But on the other hand, I would say it's a very basic foundation you can build on your internet career. And I say this because I've seen it with Shakir Hussain's funnels. He showed us all his funnels, the way they work, and at some point at the beginning you think they're very, very complicated, but when he broke them down, it all went down to the very simple formula we're teaching you here. So obviously it's more advanced in his case, but more or less it's it's all based on this formula. Would you agree, Susan?
Yes, except for one point, when we say that his funnels were very complicated, because some of the funnels that we saw were what he called ugly. They were his words.
Yes, true.
He said they were ugly, and they weren't very professional looking, but they were successful. So, I suppose in this, it's not a question of having something that's perfect, but having something that you can put into place and add to, and also to monitor and tweak to improve it. So I think that's also important. But we can cover that at another stage.
Yeah, definitely. So, as I said, very simple concept, easy to understand, and it's only 3 pages. So it's nothing, complicated, and it's very easy to implement because you don't need so much stuff, not too many software stuff. It's only a squeeze page. There are certain softwares out there, some of them more expensive, some of them for free. You should maybe get hosting anyway for doing internet. But actually, you could even use, like with one of those softwares, you could even put the whole sales funnel on there and wouldn't even need hosting. Autoresponder is is recommended. I mean, as Susan said in the beginning, most of the people start and they don't build a list. But at the end, it's more or less it's a loss for you, because you should actually build your list, because this is the only asset you actually have. And then obviously an offer, either be it your own product, or if you start, you can choose an affiliate offer and just promote that one. And as I said, it can be built up into very high sophisticated sales funnels. But as Susan said, you might not even need it, because it's you can use the simple and ugly sales funnel and be very profitable. So that's the beauty of it. So if you're interested in that we are going to teach you even more, or if you need coaching from or want coaching from us, you can PM Susan or myself on Facebook, and then just we can get in touch, or we can go on the telephone and just see how we can support you, how can we help you.
Yeah, I think it's important that you reach out to us so that we can understand exactly where you are, because everybody can have a different autoresponder or a software for generating the different pages. So it's important that we understand where you are and what you're trying to achieve, so that we can help you through this process. So just reach out, and we will then be able to help you through this procedure, so that you can get onto the earning path as quickly as possible.
That's good. We have also a private Facebook group where we obviously teach what we do, or like the formula, where we take questions and answer them, and where other people help each other out. So it's a community, a growing community, which would be then just part of your coaching.
Yeah.
So then, thank you very much for your time, and as we said, please just get in touch with us, and then we can take things from there.
Yes, you should find a link underneath the video, which you can contact us, but we will also leave there the addresses in Facebook for Tobias and myself, so you can contact us directly. Just PM us and say that you've seen the webinar and that you are interested to know more about the 3-page funnel. Okay, thank you very much.
Perfect. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.